Okay, so after the garage transformation video, had a few questions on the bike storage and the bikes. These are Timberjack, Salsa Timberjack bikes. And anyways, the storage system that we use is a simple just hook block method. Keeps things out of the way, really easy to get them on and off, and it's very inexpensive. So I'll just show you guys that real quick. I wanted it to be easy enough to roll in and out without having to lift the bikes or strap them up or anything like that. And so I just kind of use my knee on the seat and hook the wheel in like that. And then there's a block stopper at the bottom. So really simple system. The hooks that I'm using are these guys right here. I've had them for a while and they're slightly modified. So they're about 8.5 inches long with a screw threaded tip, and currently they're about 4 inches wide, but that's not how they came. And so to set them up, all I did was I drilled a hole into this 2x4 here. If you had if you're doing it to a wall, maybe attach a 2x4 to the wall, or else certainly find a stud. And that is about 72 inches off of the ground. And then when I did drill it, rather than going straight into the wall like this, I angled it down and to the or up and to the left. So as it threads in, it's going like this. And so after I've pre-drilled the holes with, I don't know what it is, maybe a 3/8 inch drill bit, I run them all the way in, and then when I finish, rather than leaving them level, I tilt them slightly down into the right as well. So it's kind of a pitch. Everything's angled down into the left. Viewing it down into the right. And so that helps it just hang kind of at this angle right here, and things can collapse in and out reasonably well. And then at the bottom here, there's just a little tire block, and that's for the back tire. It is offset from the vertical line by 4 inches. So it's 4 inches further that direction than this is, and that just allows the weight to kind of sit nicely. And so just for reference, these are size large, 29-inch wheel, kind of your standard mountain bike. And in order to get these to fit the tires and the wheels, I just used a wrench, channel lock, vice grip, whatever you have, and I grabbed the end of these and I just flexed them out. And so I think they probably came only 2 inches wide maybe, which is a little bit narrow for most mountain bike tires. But with a little bit of effort, you just flex it out and it opens things up a little bit. And then because I've used them so much, they've worn out and the rubber's worn off, and so I just wrap them in electrical tape. And if you're worried about your wheel getting damaged, you could wrap like a rag around it even, and then wrap it with electrical tape just to pad it. And then as far as the concerns with storing them vertically, I know a few people have said that you're not supposed to store them vertically because of your brakes, the hydraulic brakes, the way things move around. I've done it for years without issues, and I've read online that it's fine. And then if you do have any issues with your brakes because they're being stored vertically, then it's probably actually a bleeding issue, so you need to get them bled because there's air in your line or something like that. So I haven't had any issues. It's nice and easy. You get your bike on and off really well. The bikes themselves, they store very compact as far as comparing to just having them straight out, like even at this angle, which is not fully collapsed. They're 38-ish inches rather than if you were to be going straight off of the wall, that'd be more in the 49 to 50 inch ballpark. So you save about a foot of space, which is nice in a tight space like this, and you can still get them on and off incredibly easy. And we store our 3 bikes right here side by side, and you can access any one of them without removing the other ones. Sometimes you've got to move things around a little bit, but the handlebars also nest in between the wheel and the tire of the next bike, and those are separated by about, what is that, about 20 inches is the spacing that I have right now. So 20 inches to that from the ground, 72 inches from this to the ground, and then 20 inches between hooks, and works really well. And then one other thing, if you're looking at bike storage, when it comes to taking your bikes places, if you haven't seen bike racks like this, I really like this one. There's others that are similar, but this one grabs onto your tire rather than your frame, which keeps all the vibration from causing damage to your frame. It's just grabbing your tire. There's another one in the back, and it has a lock up front here. So it's just an integrated cable that comes out of this post, throw it through your frame, lock it on here, use the key for the bike rack itself, and it locks it up nicely. And then my favorite part is kind of the second component here, and you buy it separately, but they work in tandem. So it's a hitch, kind of a hitch extender, but it's a swingway system. It's got a latch here and then a pin. You pull that and you can swing the entire thing out even when it's loaded up with both bikes. And then when it goes out, there's a lock there, so it stays steady, completely out of the way. Then you have complete access to the back of your vehicle. So we use this on our Tacoma for a while, and then now it works great on the van as well. So you're able to get into the back of your rig, it's all out of the way, and then when you're ready to drive, you just swing this back over, the pin holds it, the latch makes it nice and firm, and you've got yourself a nice secure bike rack for your expensive bikes when you're cruising down the road. So that's that. I'll link everything down below. Thanks for watching.